I was walking up the steps to go to a doctor's appointment today and I wanted to throw up. Why? Because the body remembers trauma. Back in 2011, I walked up these stairs and I went to see a radiation oncologist after being diagnosed with cancer in my 20s. I had a softball-sized tumor in my abdominal wall and they sent me for a consult with the radiation oncologist to decide if we were gonna do radiation therapy. It was one of the most horrific experiences that I have ever had with a healthcare professional in my entire life. I was 27 years old. I was diagnosed with cancer. I was terrified, and I could not believe that I was sitting in a cancer clinic speaking to a radiation oncologist. But what made it so much worse is that this doctor treated me like an object. He did not look at me in the eye. He did not speak to me at all. He spoke to my husband and said, what we're going to do with her. This is what we're going to do, blah, 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 blah. Didn't even have the decency to look me in the eye and tell me about my own damn cancer treatment. When I would ask questions, he said, what part of this are you not understanding? Am I going to have to draw you a picture? He wanted to remove my ovaries, put them in my armpits, radiate the area where I had the tumor, then take my ovaries and move them back down. And I thought that sounded like the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard of and said hell to the no to that. We ended up going to MD Anderson Cancer Center. We never saw that person again. Never. We did a wait and see approach. We did scans for 6 months, every 6 months, and then annually after that. Why do I tell you all of this? Because a second opinion can save your life, can change everything for you. If you do not have peace about something, or if you are working with somebody and they do not feel like a healer, like somebody that you can trust, like somebody that can look you in the eyes and have a conversation with you, you need to fire their ass. You are the CEO of your health and wellness. You get to choose who is a part of your healing table, and you get to hire and fire at will. Healthcare in the United States is a business. You are a paying consumer. You are paying for a service, and you get to decide who you work with and who you don't. And if you do not have peace about something, don't do it. And the body keeps the score. The body remembers. As I was walking up the steps to go see a totally different practitioner today who just happens to be relocated temporarily in this building, I could feel it. I could feel the uneasiness in my gut, the tension in my chest. And I went, why do I feel so icky in my body? And then when I walked inside and looked around the lobby, I remembered why. Because it's trauma. It's deep trauma, and all of those memories come rushing back in. And my job is to allow the emotions to come in, to be present with them, to sit with them, and to remind my body and my nervous system that it is safe to feel these feelings. They are real. And we are okay right now in this moment. We're not that 27-year-old girl anymore who was scared and who felt lost and who felt betrayed by the medical system. And my job now is to be the person for that 27-year-old woman that I wish I would have had back then, and give her a big hug, and as my 41-year-old self now, say to her, it is all gonna be okay. I've got you, and you are going to get through this and make it to the other side, and you are going to help people who are struggling on a similar path and remind them that they are not alone. So to that doctor who's an asshole, I learned a lot. Thank you for teaching me that I do not put up with that from anybody. I don't care if you are a doctor. You don't treat people like that. And I learned in that moment that I get to hire and fire. I never saw that doctor again. You deserve better. If it doesn't feel good in your body, move on. Magic happens when you have your own back and you stand up for yourself and you don't tolerate that.